this little Toyota does drive very well.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
well.
When I had the other four-wheeler on there, I was a little bit concerned about it being nose light and move around.
Which
So
I can see, because it does squat a little bit. When you guys see the video, it does squat a little bit with just the one that we have and with the trailer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So it's pretty well balanced where I put that. I got the snowplow on it too, so I actually got a heavier four-wheeler now than I used to. But yeah, it does. It steers well. I mean, you take all these toys out of here and it'll take all the curves fast. But it's
Yeah, but coming up the mountain, it was doing very, very well.
Yeah.
Curve-wise, and it didn't feel unstable. The trailer wasn't wobbly. It was.
Right. Well, the transmission wasn't searching a lot, hunting for gears. It actually knew what it was doing. So yeah, it's all running well. That's what these are known for, is the fact that they are dependable. I want to show the back door closing. These are the easiest crew cab rear doors to close. I mean, Ford's the hardest. You got to almost slam those doors on a Ford. But this one, you just throw it in there. It's just wonderful. Yeah, I really like that. Just got to remember to keep the video. But it's, yeah, this has got the manual shifting.
It does have the manual shift. If you pull it back to me.
Yeah, it shows up on your dash really well.
It does have a really light dash, like the readings. I've noticed, well, maybe it's different if I take my sunglasses. It is different if I take my sunglasses off. Never mind, guys. User error. But 46 degrees. It gained a degree, and it's still cold.
This is much nicer to view Estes inside the cab.
Yeah.
I don't know about this wind thing. I guess I'll go through another month of that. But we're lucky. It's in your backyard.
It's in our backyard, yeah.
I think I'm probably 50 or 60 miles from. Let's see, I'm like 40 to there. Yeah, it might be 60 miles from my house.
Yeah. It's right in my backyard. Turn this ACT power back.
Yeah, we want power. Get this power coming down the mountain. This is a good looking truck. I mean, the hood scoop's fake, which is, it's one of those things.
It's a toss up. It looks good. Yeah. That's about it.
It's got a mean looking nose on it. So, it says, you just look at it, it says off road, which I like. Yeah, it's hard to beat this off road. But yeah, I'd like to do that, do a contest between this and Raptor, rock climbing, doing a few things. Maybe TFL will get to do that on their Gold Mine Hill.
It'd be a nice comparison. It really would.
Yeah. I mean, this is not nearly as wide as a Raptor. Raptor's,
it's not as big either.
It's not what?
It's not as big.
Yeah. It's that's what I call a junior Raptor, because I think that's. I know I'm gonna catch crap for that, but yeah, it's a very impressive off-road truck. And we'll go out in the sand and see if I can't bury this somewhere. Jump in yucca plants and sagebrush.
Go play with it, see if you can crawl yourself way out.
Yeah, yeah, that would be good to see how it works. Play with all the stuff and try all the different modes.
Yeah. Well, I was reading on the door panel over here. It's got the differential lock, the rear diff lock.
Yeah.
It's got the do nots right here, right next to the driver. So it was one of those interesting. Hey, don't do this. Not over 5 miles an hour. If you're moving, you can't do it. So get her stuck and then play with it.
That's how transverse cases are. You've got to, excuse me, you got to kind of let them work in on their own time. Electronics, you can't just shove them in like you do the old manual transfer cases. Yep. It's got to mesh and synchronize itself.
And the clutches and gears have got to be right.
Yeah.
I could really go faster than this if there was somebody not in front of me, guys.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't see me speeding up, slowing down, then hear it as much. This is really loud.
That is one thing I noticed on these. I get a little more road noise out the back.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, well, I have a window open. I played with the sliding rear window in the back.
It's loud.
Yeah, and it's got just kind of a little road noise somewhere back there.
And they put that mat in the back so that it wouldn't be as loud. So I wonder what that mat does.
Well, it's, you know, it's got like a plastic insert. It's built. It's actually, the inside is plastic instead of sprayed on bed liner or an add-on. And that rubber mat, you know, I'm sure it'll help with the wear on the floor and all that. But it's neat when you throw stuff in there. It takes away a lot of that noise.
Yeah.
You throw something on a steel bed and it's banging around. You hear it all. Yeah.
Rattling around, rolling. Yeah. It boggles me though that we couldn't find the first aid kit. I would have figured that the first aid kit was right behind my seat, you know, in like the pocket that should be behind my seat, or underneath the back seat, driver's side, because that's going to be the first place somebody looks. So that's where the emergency kit is.
Well, there is a little door in the back. I guess we should open that and see what's behind there. I know there's got one flipper for the 110.
Yeah, right there in that corner.
Yeah, then there's another little box next to that. I gotta go in there and look. But I don't know if I want the first aid kit
out back
there, unless you're going to bleed all over. I don't know.
Well, maybe they're trying to get the blood out of the car.
Today's project at the Tacoma TRD Pro is sand hills. We're going to take this out to a friend of mine's ranch. We're not really going to chase coyotes, but we're going to drive on their old sand trails, see how well it does in deep sand. Then we're going to climb in and out of the old hole we play with on our ATVs. But yeah, I'm out here 150 miles east of where I'm at, so we're almost to Kansas. But I'm always surprised by the fuel mileage on these trucks. You know, in my day when I was young, we called these mini trucks. And now they're, you know, they're compacts or mid sizes. But those original Toyotas, you know, that I was involved with, I mean, we got 30 miles a gallon. It lasted forever. Well, they're still very dependable, but they don't get great fuel mileage. Of course, this one's got all the toys in the world. It's got a lot of electronics pulling on the old alternator, and you got a four-wheel drive system and all that. You got more weight. You know, these are quite a bit bigger than the old Toyota trucks I grew up with, and I owned them. But you know, now this one is rated at 23 miles to the gallon on the highway by the EPA, and it's 18 in the city and 20 combined. Well, real world conditions with me, of course, we're higher altitude on dirt roads now, which gets you worse fuel mileage. But you know, pulling that trailer with the ATV on it, that's about 2,200 pounds, and we had close to 900 pounds payload. So we were closer to max payload, but nowhere near max trailer capacity. And I was getting about 13 miles to the gallon, which is a long ways from 20. But now I'm just cruising out here in the sand on the dirt roads where I grew up, and you know, it got still a 500-pound ATV in the back, and I'm averaging about 14 miles to the gallon. So, you know, to get those kind of fuel mileage, you want to be on the interstate, and you want to be cruise control and everything else. But you know, I was driving about 75 miles an hour out here on the interstate, and it was about 3,200 RPM. So the higher the RPM, the more fuel you use. So it wasn't, you know, 2,000, right under 2,000 RPM seems to be a sweet spot for everything. Diesel, gas, whatever you got. You get above that, your fuel mileage drops, and of course you get up over 65 miles an hour. Your wind resistance takes a bigger factor. But you don't really buy these mid-sizes now for the fuel mileage unless it's one of those diesels. And I hope that Toyota does put a diesel in this someday. But yeah, in the old days we bought these for fuel mileage, and now you buy them, like especially a truck like this, a TRD Pro, to go off-road, go have fun on the weekends, and drive to work and have a dependable truck. That's why you buy it. But you know, it's not the king of the MPG like they used to be. It's all changing. So we're going to go out and bounce around that deep sand and see how this TRD Pro off-road does. See, that big skid plates can protect us from all the sagebrush and yucca plants and all that junk that's out here in pastures. So, more to come. Okay, getting ready to take this out in the sand hills. I'm going to play with these buttons so you can see what's all in the center gauge. Pretty cool. So I'm all the way up to 15 miles to the gallon. Roll pitch angles, which is pretty cool. When I get to those, yep, there we are. There's roll and pitch angles, which is cool when you're climbing out of a hill or climbing rocks. And then, of course, tells you tire pressure. Got all that cool stuff. Got your compass. You can see what we got. Again, over here, that's the crawl. Crawl not available. You gotta pick 4-wheel drive. So let's see. Let's see what this one does. Shift to 4 low. It tells me to shift to 4 low to see any of the crawl sensors. So I will show you that because we're going to use that crawl. And I'm going to turn the knob to 4 low. We're going to put it in 4 high. And then you go 4 high to 4 low. You just got to push in or something. Let me get this figured out. Or you got to put it neutral. There you go. And we'll put it in 4 low. Okay. Now we're in 4 low. And now the truck is thinking about it. It's got that little flashing thing. And then up here, which is really cool, is you've got rear locker. And I'll actually not do that. It's got shut off your sway control. And it's that but the main thing's a crawl one. So we will go over here, push the crawl button. Crawl not available, select 4. Well, I'm in 4. Let's see, let's drive it forward, make sure it kicks in. Now it says we're in 4 low. So it's warning us it's going too fast for 4 low, so we're not quite in. Now, let's see if I can hit this button here. It should show me the modes. Shift to 4 low. It still doesn't think I'm in 4 low, even though I'm in 4 low. So we do finally have it in 4 low. Seatbelt, we'll put that on here in a second. And now I can go up here to my crawl settings, and this will give me my options. There's mogul. So if you got there like in a ski resort, there's your mogul. And then let's see. We'll try it again to the next one. Multi-terrain. What the hell? Can't go over here to this one. Crawl not available. Okay. There. Now in that position, let's see if I can hit. Why has it been deactivated? Oh, there we go. Okay, there's rock. And that's after pushing this button here. Then I push the dial to wherever I want. It's in rock. Now that's rock and dirt. And 1 notch over is mogul. And then we've got loose rock. And we've got mud and sand. So we go back to the first one is rock. Now we're going to be in sand, so I'm going to push it over here to sand.
Frozen sand.
Okay, frozen sand. That's where we're going to be. And then let's see what's this button do. That crawl control, that is pretty cool. And that came from this other button on the other side of the knob. That's my crawl control, and it's basically speed. So we can use that same knob that selected the terrain for whatever speed we want. We're going to put it on high because we're bouncing around here. That's high, that's crawl. It means I'm not doing anything. The truck decides how to control it all. Pretty cool. We're basically going to use this when we climb out of the hole. So now, we shut all that stuff off.
We're going to find a big hole.
And then we'll put it neutral. I'm going to put it back in 4 high. And so now I'm in 4 high. Okay. We're out in deep sand, or choppy sand, one of the two. Middle of nowhere in a pasture, where the coyotes run freely, the cows are scared.
I hear there's a bobcat living out in this area.
Yeah, it's probably heard there's good cattle to be eaten. Or pheasants or something, whatever a bobcat eats. You know what the coyotes eat. This is one of those two-wheeled goat trails. We're not on a wagon train trail. Those got really deep ruts.
This is an old wagon trail.
Oh, this one is?
Yes.
What filled in the gap is usually, oh, geez, that's a big hole. Whoa! Up and over, up, yeah! Some wagons, oh! Lots of sagebrush, yucca plants. Oh goodness, there's a craft. Oh, it's a swather. A couple trees. Holy cow. Are we there yet? Oh,
No.
some deep sand there. You can get a raptor out here too.
I don't think bobcats eat raptors.
No, probably not. Well, Rick, I guess we could check the windmills while we're out here.
Yeah.
These are Teflon or Kevlar wheels or tires on this thing. Yeah, well, you know, they put them in bulletproof vests. I suppose they can handle a few sagebrushes and a few yuccas and a few cactus. They do pretty well with rocks. But yeah, this is got Kevlar on these tires. As I go through the gates. Now which way am I going?
Hanging right here. Well, our back camera's still on.
Well, we're doing good. So much ice on the outside of this truck, it's hard to find a place to mount the camera. Well, at least it's warmed up. It was freezing outside. Nice warm cab. That's what this is.
Now it's warm in here.
Yeah, this is just like a luxury ATV. Go bouncing across the prairie and stay warm.
This really rides well out here.
Yeah, and I think it rides better here than it does on the road. And these have those special shocks. They went from a Bilstein to a Fox shocks, which is what's on Ford Raptors. This has that variable dampening, so whatever mode you're in and stuff, it actually will change where the oil goes through which orifice. And on the road, I thought it's a little stiff, but actually does. I think it rides better out here in a trail than it does on the road. It's doing really well, because usually this will shake your teeth loose out here.
Yes.
Well, I'll go faster and get you out of here. That way, then somebody can walk back to the house and tell them to call the ambulance.
Oh, I forgot my cell phone.
Uh-oh. I mean, you're going to have to walk back to the house and call an ambulance if I get too crazy out here in the prairie. Yeah, now we're going to drive across this sagebrush and yucca plants. This is hard on tires. These are Goodyear Wranglers, and these have the Kevlar in them. So, I guess we'll see if we blow a tire. There's this cactus out here. There's sagebrush out here. There's yucca plants. There's wagon ruts. There's a wagon rut right there from the 1800s. This is where the old trails came across the prairie in eastern Colorado. There's a few wagon ruts. Some of these are cattle trails. When they go in the water, they follow the same trail for decades, it seems like, and you get all those little bumps. This is sagebrush, a lot of sagebrush. And the yucca is about like a needle. This has got that great big skid plate on the front. So this is armored, and the fuel tank's armored, so this thing is made to go out here in the wild, wild west. And we're looking for our hole. There's a hole here we jump our ATVs out of. Let's see if this can climb
big
in
hole out here somewhere.
Yeah, big hole. It's like a crater. I think the Martians left it. Is that right in front of us? So you think this kind of truck would survive out here, huh?
It's doing real well.
And this actually is a good test for trucks. Yeah, this is cool. Now, is that where I climb up? Is over on that side?
Right. Yeah, right there.
That's the best place to climb out, or how about over here? Or that's just the best place to go in. Oh yeah, this is cool. Let me climb it up, then I'll let you out with the camera. See if you can video me going crazy out here. Well, I better get to see airborne there. What's it like on the other side of this hill? Does it have a level spot, or do I fall into another hole?
No, it's a gradual.
I guess I better put this in 4-wheel drive just in case. Oh, it's a gradual thing?
It's gradual.
Okay. I know you can't see me, we ran out of cameras, but I am going to go up a very steep hill here. It has a ridge at the top, which is pretty crazy. We're going to see if this climbs up all that. I'll run it down to the slow speed of crawl, or maybe medium, and we'll go here. And that's speed. Go here, and here. In the sand or see a loose rock. And we're going to go mud and sand. And we'll go crawl. Direct. We're in 1 mile an hour crawl mode. I go faster. Now we're a little higher. This is sand, deep sand. We're going to be going up a cliff. Let's see what we can do. guess it's a good riding truck, huh?
It's very well
They added
performing out here.
Yeah, they added an inch of shock travel, bigger shocks, got a bigger rod going through it, floating pistons, multiple orifices, and the wheels are spaced wider. They offset the wheel. I think you got an inch wider truck. Quite a few improvements to the 2017 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Yippee-ki-yay, we can do some sand drifting out here. Hee-haw! Whoa!
I have a 1 ton and an old F-250. They do not ride like this out here.
Oh, your dually Duramax doesn't ride this nice?
No. You have to pull your head out of the roof if you did this with it.
Yeah, well, this is made for off-road driving. This is what's fun about this. On the weekends, you go out and find you a trail and go have fun. You tell me when we're close to the whoop-de-doos, so I can kick you out of here with the camera and I can stay warm. I got my heated seat on. It's like 22 degrees. It isn't that cold, it just feels that cold.
I'm still amazed how nice this performs out in the trail roads here.
Yeah, we're not even in four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
I'm two-wheel drive.
It's great.
If we had some really deep sand, I could hit the four-wheel drive. Mr. Truck here, some exciting news. My book is finally out. I wrote this book with Andre Smirnoff of the Fast Lane Truck. It's the Fast Lane Truck's guide to pickup trucks. And what that means is Andre talks about all the different stats in here, the different races we did, the different tests we did, climbing up the mountain with loads, doing miles per gallon with loads, doing the track with loads, all these different things to help judge a truck and then pick about the best ones. He talks about future trucks. On my side, I talk about how to judge a used truck. Should you buy a new truck or a used truck? Should you buy a diesel or a gas truck? So all those things are in there. We talk about transmissions. We talk about trailers, how to get the trailer matched to your truck so it's a safe towing experience. So we talk about payload, how to figure that, gross combined weight rating, axle weight rating, tongue weight, all those different things. We talk about teenage safety when they learn to drive. So we're doing a lot of that in the book. And you can get this at all the independent stores like Tattered Cover. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes & Noble. And it's just awesome. If you want to look up Google, just go Truck Nuts book. Make sure you put book in there or you might be surprised. But buy the book.